Yo! Wait. Yo! What's going on, everybody? This is Psyche, and today we're going to be doing some more Top Survivor Rank with my boy Green. Okay, just kidding. So, Green was going to play rank with us today, but Green canceled. Green is a member before you. That was going to be very exciting. Unfortunately, Green is not able to play. He just canceled 1 minute before rank. So, we're just going to play on our own. Welcome everyone to the stream. Hope you guys have had a good day. Let's see who's in the chat. We got Oka, Gus. Yes, so I had to restart the stream because my stream crashed. So I had to restart my whole computer. It wouldn't even let me close the page to restart the stream. I just had to restart the whole computer. So here we are. Welcome, Maxi, with the owl profile picture. Welcome, welcome. We got also Lot McCure, Jenna Nicole. Interesting name. You got 2 names. Tacos with Socks. Welcome, welcome. Zacho. A lot of familiar faces and also a couple new ones. Welcome, everybody. If you guys have not seen already, make sure to check out my new videos. I'm actually being a YouTuber now. It sounds so stupid. But I have uploaded 2 videos you guys have not seen that maybe you have seen, but 2 guides that you guys can go ahead and watch. Besides the drama video, because that doesn't really count. How have you been playing in rank this season? Okay, we haven't really had duos. Or I haven't had any duos. Maybe I don't know who the we is, but where is Green? Green had to cancel. Green had to go eat. And bro got hungry, I guess. He had to walk out of his house and go find food. Like the old times. But yeah, rank is alright. Rank has been actually very good, all things considered. Like, start of the season, I had a very good rank session. For weeks, I've had good rank sessions. Even on my own, I've had good rank sessions. So it really depends. But I'm not expecting it to be amazing. I mean, last stream has been awful. I haven't played rank consistently like a week before that, and I see on the leaderboard I'm like 500. Like, geez, people are actually playing this game a lot. Like, if you miss a few rank sessions, it's not like you lose hundreds of placements in this server, at least. But yeah. Oh, thank God they removed the Chinese New Year event because the music was copyrighted for the Chinese lobby, which was awful. So now I can actually have music now, and plus I actually really prefer the regular music over the Chinese New Year. I mean, listen, I think the Halloween one is great. I don't really like the Chinese New Year one. I just don't think I get it, it's like Chinese New Year, you know, but I don't think the instruments fit the game. The kiting guide helped me a lot, even if I just played duos. Oh, I'm glad it helped. You're welcome. So yeah. Oops, we already have a Mercenary. Unless he doesn't want to go Mercenary. Should I torture myself with Sierra again? I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Also, Patient got buffed, and we still haven't done a Patient stream ever. I also haven't played Patient in a long time, though. I also haven't played Magician in a while, though. Honestly, I haven't played rank as consistently in a while. All things considered. Where's the chill vibe, lo-fi, royalty-free music? Would you believe if I told you almost all the songs in that playlist had copyright notices on them? I got 12 notices on that stream, maybe more. I didn't count them all. After the 10th one, I'm like, alright, whatever. I'm not searching these all up. So, I don't know what it is. I'm just a bad YouTuber, I guess. Because I don't know where these YouTubers be getting their music and still getting paid for their YouTubers. I don't even have payment on my streams. I don't put ads on my streams. This is the worst part. Like, they're copyright noticing nothing. Literally nothing. No one is making any money. But yeah. I hated that song reset every time you touch the book. Did it reset? You mean like the costume? No, that still happens, I think. Yeah, royalty-free music is like now apparently copyright notice. Like some of the OG songs, like you guys remember the 2010s era of YouTube when you'd hear someone with a cringy like copyright royalty-free music, and it's actually like a banger. Like when they have their intro and they have like their name flash over, you know, 2010 style, Minecraft style, and they have that kind of music. Man, seriously, whatever. We'll just do the cipher. This cipher's really close. And yeah, you'd see that. Oh, that would be a little bit unlucky if he has to kite here, but it is what it is. I hate it. I hate it. 0%. Okay, could be worse. I was expecting God Corner to get blocked. I don't know if it's based off of, like, where the hunter spawns exactly. Is there, like, a slight difference from where they spawn over here? I would think it would always be the same. But yeah, someone is dead already. Great. Also, yeah, if you guys remember those days of YouTube, you'd hear that kind of music all the time, and I can't even remember the name of it. No one remembers the name of them. But one of those songs that I looked into from the old days of YouTube, like a YouTuber I watched who would always have that first 10 seconds of his video. Like, actually a banger, not gonna lie. Copyrighted. I don't know why. Who is getting the copyright? Is it just that popular they decided to make money off of it? I just don't understand how copyright works. I don't understand how some music can be called copyright free, and I see YouTubers all over the YouTube use it, and somehow it's not usable. So, like, I don't know what's wrong. I need to look into it some more. But it's music. Popular MMOs. Well, yeah, popular MMOs. I never thought of that as like wow, I thought he was actually gonna die there. You guys see his health? He would have died in one basic hit without even surviving. He got hit by another foggy. Also, it was after half rescue. I think the worst part about these kinds of matches is matches like these. There's nothing for me to talk about. I just talk about my own thing, and because of that, I'm not going to be focusing on the game because I'm going to be honest, we kind of lost this game already. And then we're not keeping track of anything. I mean, man, come on. We don't even have a fighting chance. Now that guy's going to get picked up. I guess I'll go rescue. Composer's probably not going to rescue, right? The dungeon is here. Man, is that basement? I'm just gonna save my points. We're just gonna die. We're just gonna save myself from instantly dying, and we'll try to get some points from kiting this game. And that way, that would probably give us some more points than doing a singular rescue and then dying immediately, right? He's using like a firework. We can barely see him because of the firework. That's kind of funny. Oh, he went for that. I thought he went around the corner. See, this is what I'm talking about, where, like, you don't pay attention. We don't really have a lot of pal options anymore. We kind of, burnt them all. I mean, that being said, this is not, like, a, amazing, like, kiting area when it comes to fast pal breaking hunters and hunters with speed. With Ripper, the key with Ripper is you need to do a good first kite against him, because what makes Ripper so powerful is that the Foggy Blade is essentially like a guaranteed hit. It is essentially a guaranteed hit, assuming that they are patient with their Foggy Blades. This guy was not patient, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. He won already. He did leave. I mean, it's not over yet. But yeah, Ripper, what makes Ripper so good is when someone messes up and then he gets speed up. On an ability where, what's the ability's weakness? The ability's weakness is, where is the hunter anyway right now? Oh, there he is. Wow, that's a crazy hit. Kind of body blocked him a little bit right there. Who's he going for? He's not going for me, man. But if we do the Cypher, there's nothing here anymore. We don't have any pals here. The problem with Ripper is that you really need to do a good first kite against him. Because the thing about Ripper is that Ripper has one of the strongest abilities for zero presence in the game that no one talks about. It's an ability that is like a guaranteed hit as long as he's close enough. As long as he's close enough, you can just walk through the pallet while swinging and it'll count as a hit. And realistically, as long as the hunter plays well, there's realistically nothing the survivor can do. It's basically like a Blood Queen mirror. But Ripper's weakness is that he doesn't have mobility early game. The whole idea is you need to get close, but if you don't have any way to get close and all you're doing is just walking, well then there you go, that's Ripper's weakness. But when someone does a bad kite like that, like he's already on top of us. And he just immediately kills our teammate. It's like they combine together. His abilities combine together, essentially. Like now, he has the mobility required to actually get close to us and actually get a successful Foggy Blade hit. Not only that, but we don't even see when he has that Foggy Blade up on top of that. So a little bit unfortunate, but like, Ripper is one of those characters where it's like either you kite him even for just a tie is fine, but like if someone just dies in like 25%, I don't even understand how the acrobat has movement options. He can jump over a window. He doesn't need to take the vault and eat a foggy like most other survivors do. I don't understand, man. I'm just dead in... Let's say we got on a cipher immediately. He's dead in 35% of the cipher. We got 20 done. Like, nothing we can do about that game. Acrobat lasted like, what, 1 minute that game? Or not Acrobat. Archer. Archer. We didn't have an Acrobat. Archer. Okay, well, Archer doesn't have mobility to run away from Ripper, but she does stun him, which prevents him from walking. So it's kind of the same thing. Granted, her close range is not so good against Ripper. Alright. Bring back IDV with only Clown and Hellumber. No one used Hellumber. What are you talking about? When the game released globally, there were 400s in the game. It's like, you didn't answer my question in the Discord. If you're going to do ASMR stream part 2. No, I'm not doing an ASMR stream part 2. No, I'm not doing that. Or at least probably not doing an ASMR stream. If I do, it's like a joke. But I'm actually trying to focus up these ring sessions. Listen, it doesn't matter. Who cares that I said Acrobat instead of Archer? They're dead regardless. It doesn't matter. Can you play Matador, please? We kind of need a rescuer, like a super reliable rescuer. I don't want to dash into the hunter and possibly get hit. Listen, if it's like a slow swing hunter, I think it would be better to go Matador, because then you could use your ability reactively, seeing when the swing's gonna happen. But if it's like something like a like Opera, it's a little bit risky, like just bumping into the hunter. You never know when they might swing. That's essentially how he's gonna work on rescues. We need a rescuer, that's for sure.
Huh?
We did get Wu Cheng. That shouldn't be too bad. Then again, we got Ripper, and Ripper also shouldn't be too bad. What do I know? Okay. He might not have used the umbrella. Embalmer's running down the stairs. Patient? We could go patient. It's been a while since I've gone patient. Mostly because of Shadow. Listen, if we ban... If our teammates ban Shadow or Gomen, we'll go patient. Patient can be pretty good. Also, though, there's kind of Clown, though, which thankfully not a lot of people use Clown. Clown is such an underrated hunter, by the way. Clown is seriously a very good hunter. No one uses him. Cowboy? Boba Bear 4,300. Welcome to the stream. First time I'm seeing that name. Cowboy. I'm seeing a lot of people mention... Oh, great. Never mind. Okay, he's just waiting for the coffin. He's gonna die immediately. I don't know if he realizes that. I guess he's gonna die immediately no matter what, though. But if he lets me rescue... Because, look, he's gonna resurrect himself in an area with nothing. If I was him, I probably would have let the Knight rescue there, run to God Corner, and then drop the coffin where you die. And make sure that you die in a good area. So that when you reuse the coffin, your coffin's actually in a cutting area that you can work with. That you're not going to like die after your invincibility runs out. I think that would have been a better idea than just resurrecting yourself just to die right after anyway, because... Perfumer is just... Okay, Perfumer almost ran into that, dude. I'm like 5 steps ahead. Perfumer is playing checkers over here. It's okay. She didn't get teleported on. Not a big deal. And Bulmer's doing his logic. Huh. It really depends on the player, not on the Unbalmer, but I know what you're saying. This Richard skin is the only valid one, you think? Man, I love this skin. This is a great skin for Knight. I would always use the original because I didn't really like any of the other skins. But this one, I think this will be my new main skin. Don't get me wrong, I love wearing original. You're running there out of all the powder areas you can run to? I mean, even if you perfume back up, you're still in just as bad of a position. I can't with these people. You don't like Art Dealer? What is Art Dealer? Art Dealer is the green one from the Conan crossover? Which one is Art Dealer? Nah. Whatever that skin is, I don't like it. He's on the left. Hello. On the right? You can listen to the hunter. I gotta be careful of the soul siphon here. Read him like a book. Hopefully we can still make the rescue. Nice, we do still make the rescue. Beautiful. Wait, did we make the rescue? No, we didn't make the rescue. Oh, that didn't count. Good to know. I didn't know. Sorry, boy. Okay, that's an interaction I didn't know. Today I learned that that doesn't count. Even though it said it finished. Whatever. That's really interesting because when you do a regular rescue with your hands and you get soul siphoned as you're doing the rescue. I should have used the shield there, by the way. As you're that's so weird because as you're doing a regular rescue, that would count. That would count if I just used my hands. Like, yeah, the person goes invisible, but it still finishes the rescue. Well, like, whatever you started, it finishes. Unless they changed it, unless they changed that for that too. That's, well, we know now. I didn't know that. Wow, that sucks. We actually could have... Honestly, could we have? Could we have still made it with our hands? I don't think so. We needed to use my ability. I should have used my ability. But I didn't use my ability because I thought we could just make it by doing long range, and we did make it using long range. It's just it doesn't work. Alright, well, whatever. We even made the sound. Whatever. Off to a good start. Maybe we could have tied this game if we kept her alive. They need to add Golden Cave to duos. Listen, unironically, I do feel that they should add Golden Cave to duos. I hate that they have these maps that are just sitting in the game and aren't doing anything. Golden Cave should be a map in duos. Asylum should be a map in duos. I have nothing against them putting these maps in duos. I think they'd be great maps for duos. Let's see. Is he gonna commit to it? It's basically our only hope. We do get it. He might umbrella now. But nothing. Alright, well at least we got one escape. That is really unfortunate. I thought it would be the exact same way. Like, whenever you start a rescue, you would get it, but I guess Knight is very different. Knight is a very different rescuer from all the other ones. Because it's technically not a normal rescue, I guess. I don't know, though. It's an ability. It's an ability, and you can still use abilities in Soul Siphons. It's very weird, because... Fun fact, if you get hit by an Anne's cat, and she makes abilities disappear with her by making the cat disappear, you actually can't use your Knight ability to give people a shield off of chair. Or if you're stuck in the red zone for Hula Baloo, it won't let you use your long range rescue. I don't know, man. I thought since it's like an ability and it involves rescuing, not only does Soul Siphon not affect the ability, but I don't know, man. I thought it would work, but I guess it doesn't. Should have just predicted ability then, and we would have had him, even if he swings immediately. The most important thing is we make the rescue. It doesn't matter if the prediction is right. All that matters is we make sure we get the rescue before half. Very unfortunate. Synergy. That was a very interesting perfumer route, though. That was very bad. By interesting, I mean very bad. You never run up those staircases. Very bad area. It would be so nice if they added like a wooden platform in the middle to walk between the tracks so that the window on the other side is actually good, because then it's good, because then when you're vaulting the window, you're not just vaulting backwards, you know? You're vaulting away from the staircase that the hunter followed you up, which would be way better. And then when they take the other staircase, well then that staircase is obviously going to be at a distance away from the hunter. They're not just already going to be on top of it, ready to go back down and hit you when you vault the window. It's a nonsensical area, and I'm surprised they haven't like reworked that area at this point in the game. That should already have been way reworked a long time ago. We just have like these useless portions of the map. They only exist for patience. They only exist for toy merchant, lizard, so that he can jump into two-story, I guess. I mean, just absolutely useless kiting area. And so, somehow, some way in Champion, we have someone thinking that's a good kiting area. I don't know, did they get stuck up there? Did they went up there because they got stuck on the railing? Like, I can't make this stuff up, dude. I would never think in a million years that anyone would actually genuinely go up there to kite using that window. She's using it obviously for the height difference so that she can perfume back up, but then what? You're gonna drop down, right? Hunter's gonna go down, you're gonna perfume back up, and then what? You're in the exact same kiting area. Just as bad. It's just as easy for the Hunter to walk back up and hit you again. Or not hit you again, but like bait you to vault again and hit you. Because there's nothing at the bottom of the windows. Rescuer band? Who could this be, by the way? What is this gonna be? This could be a wheel. I mean, whenever you see like a Gravekeeper band, it's gonna be some. It's either two things. Either it's gonna be like a wheel, which is like the one thing. Oh, great. Which is like the one thing that Gravekeeper really hard counters. But Gravekeeper's just a very good rescuer in general. He's one of the best rescuers in the game. Right now, I'd say Gravekeeper's probably the best rescuer in the game that you guys should be using. If there's any rescue you guys should be using, it's probably Gravekeeper right now. Okay. Let's see. It's Axway. Axway's actually another hunter that gets hard countered by what's this called? Gravekeeper. He's another hard counter to Gravekeeper. Because what Axway can do is when you drop a tree and the survivor leaves the tree, you get a purple soul on you. Assuming you didn't break a tree in the last 30 seconds as a survivor, you get a purple soul on you, and that purple soul rotates very close to the survivor, and it's way quicker. So it's a lot easier to hit a survivor with it. But Gravekeeper, when he goes underground, for some reason, he doesn't get a purple soul when he leaves the tree. He just needs to go underground first, and then leave the tree, and you don't get a soul. And so one of the strategies you can do as Gravekeeper is use your shovel just to leave the tree. Just to leave the tree. And then get out of your shovel to start using Palace Windows, because you don't need the shovel anymore. It can be a little bit risky because he could just drop another tree immediately while you're on cooldown, so you have to think about it carefully when you want to do it. Most of the time it's not worth it, but if you do have a cheerleader, you could just use the shovel to get into the ground, leave the tree, then get out of the ground, and have your cheerleader reset your ability cooldown, so that way if he drops another tree, you do the exact same thing, and you don't have a cooldown. But if you're really close to the hunter, you should just stay in your shovel. That's why this hunter banned Gravekeeper. Now, it kind of exposed the fact that he doesn't like Gravekeeper. I mean, I didn't guess his hunter, though. I didn't guess it was going to be Axeboy. Axeboy's the, like, one of the... There's like a few hunters that Gravekeeper absolutely hard counters. Wheel is one of them. But, like, even then, hard counter is kind of a strong word, because it's only when you chase Gravekeeper. And even then, you can come back to Gravekeeper after he comes out of his shovel as Wheel. Axeboy is, like, genuine, really difficult. But, like I said, Gravekeeper's genuinely, probably in my opinion, the best rescue right now in the game. After all his buffs over the years. So, I mean, honestly, it's not a bad bet, but it does expose who he is. Because most hunters right now are not banning Axeboy, because most people are not banning Gravekeeper. Even though, like I said, he is a very strong rescuer, probably one of the strongest. Obviously one of the strongest, but the question is he the best? It really depends. It really depends if he's the best. He could be the best. Sometimes. Man, I don't know where all these souls are. I only see 2 souls. He is giving us a... Ooh, there's a soul right there. Whew. That is really sucks. I really hate Axeboy sometimes. Like, you can't see every single soul, especially when there's more than one tree around. And the souls, they don't load in from far sometimes. You actually gotta be in range. You gotta actually see the soul. So thank God. Thank God there's a red line on the ground showing where the soul's coming from. Jeez. Whew. That's a little bit scary. I think the speed bonus from the rescue, from being near a chair, actually saved us right there. Yeah. Most important thing, remember, at least At the very least, let's be thankful that it was a regular soul and not the purple soul. That's why I broke the tree, because I don't want to leave the tree and then get a purple soul on me. And then the purple soul is going to be way easier to hit me with, because it's obviously way closer to me. The fact that soul was so far away. Why don't you carry Broken Windows on Knight anymore? I've been practicing Knight a little more, and I feel I can 3-sever Kai with Knight without Broken Windows. He is a very strong character with his rescue ability. It's stronger than I gave it credit for. Yeah, sometimes it depends. It can be risky, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing in the world to have tied Knight. Because the more importantly, I'll tell you what, more importantly, he'll get the rescue here. We kind of have to die. Someone has to die here. I'd rather I die because Batter can support. Okay, Doctor is just... as I was saying, honestly, I'm surprised he doesn't just pick one of us up at this point, because the Batter's just going to go and heal us up, and it gives us a chance to reset here. Because the Batter's going to heal up Doctor, and then Doctor's going to heal herself, so he's just going to come to me. I don't really know why the Batter's healing the Doctor first when the Doctor self-heals quicker. You guys, come on. Bro's asking for healing as the mines is going down and as I'm already knocked down. Why are they healing over here? That's crazy. I'm not sticking around. They'll get one heal off at most. But then after that, they gotta split up. I mean, I guess Doctor can heal herself. But I cannot afford the heal. Now is not a good time to focus on decoding. I don't want them to decode, but I do want to ping them so they know where I am. If we could heal, that would be nice. We want to play the game very slow at this point. Like I said, I feel like the Axeboy should have picked up the Doctor or picked up me. Because he had such a huge lead on us right there, and going after the Mind's Eye who ran to a corner gives him a chance. Gives us a chance to reset, which is... I feel the Axeboy should have picked up one of us. But maybe it's a little risky with 2 ciphers remaining. Because then what if... I mean, how though? Everyone is at half health. Mind's Eye can't go rescue. She's dead on chair. We have Batter at half health. I'm dead. Doctor's dead. He would chair right in front of me. I'd have to at most crawl away. Honestly, we do have decent decode, but our last cipher, I'm guessing, is 0%. Just a hunch based off of how long everyone's been knocked down. I really doubt that cipher has any progress. We're just gonna go over here. I know that cipher doesn't have progress. I know that cipher will not have progress. Let's pray that maybe there's some progress here, but I already know it's gonna be 0%. A bit better hope, because we don't have 24/7 communication with our teammates. But just from the feeling of the match, just from all my years of playing the game, and I have like a estimate for how the game is going and how much time we've spent decoding versus being dead on the ground and doing other things. I just know that we don't have a last cipher. Just based off the time spent decoding versus helping other people. Helping, with quotation marks. I don't even know if that was helping. Probably not helping. We're definitely going to break this tree. Still haven't used a single hook this game. I mean, there's no need to use the hooks. We haven't had a need to use the hook. It's better to know when to use your abilities than to just use them mindlessly. If you're not going to take a hit immediately, at least. Wow, that is fast. I'm not going to lie, that is fast. That patient buff is fast, dude. Fun fact, they are removing Joseph from the game since his design is ageist and insensitive to old people. Brother, what are you talking about? When he first came out, there was a theory in the top survivor community. Maybe because also he was an S tier hunter. But yes, Photographer was S tier when he came out, believe it or not. And he was S tier for quite a while. But dude, there were theories that Photographer was once a survivor. Because of the way he walks... and the way he vaults is just like a survivor. And compared to other hunters, he had well, it's not that he necessarily had a faster vault than other hunters, because definitely Clown is very up there too. But he vaults very much like a survivor. He's very good at breaking and dealing with pallets, so like that suggests maybe he's very familiar with pallets.
I remember when he first came out, there was like people were thinking, man, at least I thought for sure he was once a survivor. And then a few years later, they dropped the survivor forms and like the whole identity thing. And they still haven't done a photographer. There is, I feel, a lot of missed opportunity with this character identity switch thing. They have been doing characters that I swear no one cares about. I really loved the trailer for Clown. That one was really good. Those are one of the best trailers I've ever seen for Clown, for Weeping Clown, I should say. But like, no one cares about Clown. Nightmare's a new hunter, but just from looking at him, you know no one's gonna care about him. Lizard, no one cares about. I guess they care about Little Girl. But besides that, no one cares about these characters. I'm glad they did it for Acrobat though. But Acrobat is a survivor going into hunter. I feel that maybe it's just me, but what I want to see, I guess I'll say what I want to see from the identity shifts. I want to see more hunters become survivors. I don't want to see the survivors become hunters. I don't really care about it. Because, you know, the survivors we are very used to the survivor being like so many stories in this game where the survivor goes rogue and kills another survivor, something like that, in their lore or something like that. But you don't very often see like a caring side to the hunters, or even if it's shown in the lore and you read it, it's not shown very well with your eyes. And I feel the best way to show it is by seeing their survivor form, like Professor. Or Weeping Clown. Again, it's just these characters no one cares about. I feel they should be doing more stuff with Ripper. They should be doing stuff with Photographer. They should be doing stuff with these fan favorite characters. There's a couple here that I think are impossible, like Dream Witch. I don't think you can ever do something with Dream Witch. But I've talked with some people about the lore of Identity 5, and apparently there's like this guy called Arthur Byers that Feaster took control of, and Arthur Byers could be the survivor form of Feaster, survivor form of Feaster with quotation, because Feaster never actually was a survivor ever. He's always been a god. But in the lore, he takes control of other people. Arthur Byers, right? Is it Arthur Byers? Anyway, Arthur Byers, or there's some guy that he takes control over, right? And he became a brand new person. That could be the survivor for Feaster. They could be doing stuff with that. Instead, they're doing listen. Like, as cool as these other characters were, I don't think anyone cares about, stuff like Nightmare. Entomologist is alright. Like, Entomologist, at least Entomologist, Prospector are fan favorites, I will admit. But, and Acrobat. But we've seen so many survivors become hunters. I just want to see another hunter become a survivor. And that's the main thing I'm real interested in. Like, how many have we had? We've had Professor. We've had Little Girl become... We've had a survivor become a survivor, which was extremely lame. Extremely lame. Little Girl became a survivor. A survivor becomes survivor. Big deal. Alright, no one cares. Hi, Bucky. What's up, Can I buy you? Can I buy you? Okay. You guys are just putting full-on sentences in your names at this point. I see. Ever Sleeping Town. Hunter becoming another hunter? Imagine, that would actually kind of be interesting though. A hunter becoming a hunter, because you would think the hunter is their final form, right? They have another form after their final form. It would still be a little bit lame that a hunter just becomes another hunter. So like now we have two, I don't know, Rippers. Like you have the, I don't know what kind of deal you can do with it, but like you got okay, I don't think it would work, because the hunter really is their final form in terms of like lore for most of these characters. Like, what would be the final form of Axeboy? I don't know. They chop off his head again? It doesn't really work like that, you know? They chop off more of his body? Like, he becomes Axeboy? I don't know. I don't see how it would go any further. Oh god, I hate going against my Watch with Prisoner. At least we have broken windows. How's rank been? Extremely bad. I think we've lost every single game so far. I'll update that. There you go. Now you don't need to ask. You're welcome. No problem. Sucks he's meta, so I kind of have to hate him. Who? Who is meta? we're almost for sure gonna get chased here. We kind of need a pallet stun. That's usually how it goes with Night Watch. Hunter is not interested though. That's interesting. He's going for the lucky guy. Okay, he's decoding there. Interesting. I see. That's fine. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, like, I swear on my life, I heard someone decoding above me. I swear that puppeteer was not at middle at first. Am I crazy? I was about to do middle, and then I see Puppet is doing middle. I'm like, alright. I thought I heard the noises coming above me. Fools is more ugly than QS, and people should take the QS hate energy to Fools. That's funny. Listen, QS just needs to fix his hair and he'll be fine. He'll be alright. Guys, it's Hermit, the Hunter's Hermit. We should stop making stick hunters. Hey, Ripper doesn't take kindly to that. Decode another cipher machine. Everything about QS deserves to be removed. How's stream ranked so far, Psyche? It's pretty bad, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, it's pretty bad. We have double corner houses at least. At least we have double corner house. This will help our cipher rush a little bit here. It'll at least guarantee 2 ciphers in a very safe area. Fool's Gold at least kind of looks cool. QS looks like my OCT from when I was 9. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't mind QS, but then they did this weird lying thing with him that is so unnecessary. I'm not into it. If it wasn't obvious. I'm definitely not into it. It's way too silly. There's absolutely no reason he should be that way. We're gonna connect that cipher over here as soon as he's not camping the cipher machine. Because if he's camping the cipher machine, okay, so he's not gonna be camping anymore. Because if you connect the cipher machine when the hunter's on top of it, he's just gonna instantly remove the connection. We need to wait another 45 seconds. That is definitely a priority cipher. But if we can heal, that's also fine. We need more freaky hunters. Okay, what do you mean by freaky? Excuse me? QS is the shortest hunter now? Really? QS is the shortest hunter in the game? Also, by the way, smart move from the Lanternist right there, because she's going to do the rest of the heal with Puppeteer, so now... Well, is it kind of a smart move? It wastes a lot of time walking, though. And also, Puppet had no idea, and now Puppet died instead of preparing to heal. It was a good idea on paper. It's just Puppet didn't know about it. Now he's dead. And now we have a Lanternist at 99% heal. Yeah, I knew she was gonna come running back. What's up? That actually, like I said, that's not a bad plan. Like, she wants to make sure that she gets the fast heal off, because I heal faster, obviously, than Puppeteer. Ooh, I wasted my brewing effect right there. I needed to heal first. Or not heal, decode first. Or not decode, connect first. At that point, I probably should have stayed on the cipher. Yeah, whatever. Him being short actually has an explanation? I don't think I care to know. Do we really need a lore explanation? Listen, do we really need a lore explanation on why Qist is a short hunter? Guys, is anyone interested? Hello? Did we need it? I guess we did. What are you gonna do? Jump over it? Now you're gonna jump over it. Oh man! He knows not to jump over it. Smart. I'm unfortunate. Chase target now. If we could heal, that would be nice. Especially with the puppet. Because I benefit and he benefits. I wouldn't mind slowing this game down and actually healing up here. Okay, never mind. He might be getting chased. He is definitely getting chased. I'm out of here, dude. Okay. He should be fine. He should be fine. He's playing puppet. We're just going to head to the gate. The other server's almost primed. Okay. I should move these pings up a little bit higher, because you can make these pings higher up. You can change the position of them now. We still have the charge. The charge is going to be very crucial here. We had the hit to work with before, and now we don't really have a hit to work with. And so we're going to use the shock. Okay, nice. Gates open. Maybe he gets dungeon. It would be crazy. She should probably use her ability right there in case of a teleport. Okay. She got a little bit lucky there, not gonna lie. She should have used it a little bit further away so that when she walks into the exit gate, she's not just right there to get hit. We finally got a tie. Your favorite design is either Wax or Goman. I like Wax Artist design. I would have to say though that hold up, let me respond to that guy. Man, bro's name is in all Asian characters, so I can't even search him up. I just gotta go search for him myself. God, I don't have time for this. No one really talks about it, but I like Shadow's design. I like Shadow's design mostly because we haven't had a hunter who's just crazy for the sake of being crazy. They just have something wrong with them. We don't have a hunter like that. Like, we have a lot of those hunters that are crazy, of course. Sorry, when you sent the reserve, you were in a match. And someone else reserved it and they weren't. Alright. Yeah, I just like Shadow because it reminds me a lot of Clown. Like, we don't have hunters who are just smiling crazy like that 24/7. Night Watch is pretty cool. If I had to rank some really lame designs, some hunter designs that I just really don't care about, that they just don't stand out compared to the other hunters, what would I pick out? I really don't like Hermit's design. Hermit's design is really lame to me. Qis is another one I really don't like. Who else? I like all these 9 hunters. The first 9 hunters that came out, they all have something different about them. Photographer's like even though Photographer's like a regular walking guy, he still has something very weird about him, is that he changes his form. He always looks different. Like, he appears as like an old black and white photo, which is so interesting. That's part of his design too. But in photos, he's colored. I really like that idea of him, that there's like these 2 sides of him. And they just did a good job with all these characters out here. Axeboy, literally a character who's just a bag of air. And then it really kind of started falling off after the first 18 hunters. The Breaking Wheel is great. Percy's fine, you know. We don't have a hunter, you know, with the body shape of Percy, I guess you can put it that way. The Knight is like, okay. But then it kind of starts to get confusing, where we got Hermit and Qis. I feel like Qis and Hermit are the two characters I don't think their design is anything special. I remember seeing Hermit. It's like, Hermit, like, this guy doesn't look anything I'd be interested in. Same thing with Qis. I mean, Qis was literally joked to look like Hermit, which I think is a problem, because that means that a lot of people don't really see anything. I mean, maybe Hermit is special to some people, but now that Qis was added, Hermit is definitely not anything special. Not a fan of it at all. Don't like it. I'm really tempted to say that I also don't like Fool's Gold. I don't know. I'm not a big Fool's Gold enjoyer either. Like, it's all right. You know, they did a fine job. His body's made of rocks and all that stuff. It's a cool idea. But Qist and Hermit, definitely. They, like, even if I can think of something bad to say about Fool's Skull, it's still way, way better than Hermit. And therefore way, way better than Qist. Hermit's just so lame, and so then the fact you bring in Qist, who literally reminds everyone of the most lame-looking hunter in the game, is not a good. It's not good. And what were they thinking with the lion ears and the tail? Oh, this is gonna separate him from Hermit for sure, right, guys? Everyone's gonna forget about it. Oh, man, I'm dying out here. I'm dying. Explorer is the best survivor. Facts. Explorer is the best survivor. Thank you so much, Explorer Kerr, for coming into the stream. Yeah, I like Violinist too. It's a very cool design. No! I was wrong! Dude, we do have another hunter who's just straight up crazy. Violinist! Dude, I forgot all about him. We have Clown, we got Violinist. Man, poor Violinist. Got completely forgotten about by me. But, oh god, this was the psychologist who was really awful. Last time we had him on stream. GG. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll try our best. My teammate that I invited is running no borrowed in rank. You forgot Q's has a tail? Don't worry. I'd like to forget too. I'll try your best to forget again. Try your best. Yeah, listen. I'm glad I'm not the only one who despises going against Gamekeeper. You're not the only one. I hate going against Gamekeeper. Gamekeeper is one of those hunters where I swear, dude, like, the hook is so finicky. It is so annoying playing the game of just, like, walking out in the open and not get hooked. And if you're just not in the right area, it just hooks over walls. It's just so unfair. It's basically a guaranteed hit. On a map like Moonlit 2. And the worst part about it is most of the time they go chase on the side of Moonlit where it's just unfairly good for Gamekeeper. They just ignore the side of the map where it's very bad for Gamekeeper. Not very bad, but way worse because there's tall walls, obviously. And they go ahead and they just chase the other side. There's very little the other side can do. Especially if he has warp and he goes to chase first stop. Ugh. Then that really hurts. But yeah. Oh, wow! Wow, I don't know if that was lucky or what. Seriously. Okay, so the idea is we're setting up that pallet for a pallet boost. But there is some good news out of it. There is a little bit of good news out of it. That really threw him off, it looks like. It looks like that really threw him off. Is the one good news out of that. Ah, he thinks we're going for that. I don't know if we would have made that without getting hit, so use the shock just to be safe. Very strange use of the pickaxe there. Don't know why I would use that pallet again. Blink. It's actually pretty bad for us. Okay. Unfortunate. A little bit lucky that he got that first hit on us, but not the worst thing in the world. Could be worse. Dude, in my head, I had a feeling he was going to do that. That I shouldn't drop the pallet immediately. Because I know he can throw that pickaxe on the wall from that distance. Oh, don't break that. Damn. Man, we got 2 people coming to rescue. That's annoying, kind of. I'll hold the shock here. Well, if I can hold the shock, that is. Looks like we can't hold the shock, but it's okay. This is gonna be, look at this pallet boost saving our ass for the second time now. Look at that. Value. Real good value. I love that. Man, but we don't really have a good place to run here, unfortunately. And basement is here. A little bit sad. Maybe we can bait him to fall. It never gets old. It never gets old. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. It just never, ever gets old. Wait, our power boost is almost back. Oh, nice, and we dodged that. Look at this beautiful time pallet boost. I would love to get value out of those windows, but if we die, then we're gonna go basement. I don't want that. Dungeon is here too. We can't really use this pallet. We do have our next shock up, which I guess we'll use. a little bit ironic. Yeah, we're cooked though. We'll see if our forward can come help us. Stalling as best as we can. Wait, actually we're gonna survive for the cipher now. They should have the cipher. Oh, and he just keeps missing. He just keeps missing. We're gonna have a really nice pallet boost here. Actually, we don't really want to take the pallet boost. Come on, that cipher was 85. How's that cipher not done yet? Oh, because forward was decoding it. How though? 85%? Even forward? You better have not missed a calibration, I swear to God. We're gonna go to Shack. Shack is a very good kiting area. And he gets a chip it on us, but the chip it doesn't do anything. I want to be careful of full presence here. I'm a little bit scared of full presence. And there it is. He used it just like that. We do want to give value out of our window boost here. Man, I love broken windows. Broken windows is one of those abilities where no one talks about it. But broken windows is genuinely, when you have a route in mind and you have a plan on how to use your boost back to back to back, and you time it very well, broken windows, the ability to be faster than a hunter for 3 seconds, and not just, it's not just that you're invincible for 3 seconds is another way to put it, but you also gain something out of it. You weren't just invincible, you weren't just equal with hunter, you gained something out of it. So now it's even longer than 3 seconds. You got to be careful against full scope, because obviously with full scope, if you go into the open area, he's just going to immediately catch up back to you with your boost. So that's why we were using those tall walls of Big Bow. That's why that pallet boost was so nice. Is because that pallet boost at Big Bow is also conveniently behind a wall, so he can't just easily dash around the corner and catch up to us and be right in front of us. He has to go behind the pallet, and then we could go up the stairs, but that's why I didn't go up the stairs, because it's a straight line, so we made the corner around the next corner. Vaulted that window. We get the boost out of the window, but that area is very bad, so we need to use the window boost. The window boost was not as good than the pallet boost, but then getting the second pallet boost to leave Big Bow. I mean, hey, we stalled for 40 seconds before our next pallet boost to get out of there, so it works for me. Do you believe in prisoner being first kite curse? No, I don't. Hunter can chase wherever they want. Mid first kite? Honestly, kind of mid first kite. Way better than our randoms. Way better. All things considered, if we're just looking at the average person, we should be thanking the lords for a kite like that. As prisoner, for God's sake, too. It was just pallets and window speed. But yeah, when you have a plan, it sucks that we took that first chip in, because it really did cut down the kite time. It really cut down the kite time significantly. But then that rebound was insane. The pallet boost, the pallet boost was only possible though because of the pallet stun before that, which was also very good. And I carry max pallet stun on my broken windows build, so that was insane value. That was a cowboy stun right there. Well, every cowboy runs pallet stun though, so I won't say cowboy stun, but a cowboy stun without pallet stun if he just is using his base kit, not even running extra pallet stun. You also got some good rescues. Well, we only needed one good rescue. That first good rescue, yeah. Not getting farmed right there was very good. But then, like, Ford was there, and Ford never got a chance to help. Maybe he did help. Maybe he did help. I don't know. Did he stun after my pallet stun? That should have been a great time for him to stun. I don't remember him stunning though. That Fool's Gold was not far behind me when I got to Big Bo, that's for sure. He was not far behind, so I had a feeling he did not get a stun off. It's always nice when you get rescued. Well, yeah. It is nice when you get rescued, guys. I cannot lie. Being able to still play Identity 5 by getting rescued, it's nice. It's a treat. Is it a good idea to run Broken Nose and pallet speed boost on characters like, you know, Matador, who have the ability to make distance well? I do it a lot. I do think there is extra synergy with Matador running Broken Nose, because one of the strategies with Matador is if you're at a bad pallet window, and it's a hunter who has to get close to you, sometimes it might be a good idea to drop a pallet on purpose and vault it. And their breaking speed is going to be 10% faster by default. And it might even be 20% faster if there's other survivors near you. Not to mention their persona build. So, those could all be factors. And, you know, that ability won't do anything if they have faster pallet breaking on their build, because they're going to shred through that pallet very quickly. 40% from their persona, and then 10% naturally from using your red apron ability that you drop on the pallet. They're just going to recover really quickly from the pallet and hit you very quickly. Again, if you run something like Flywheel Tide Turner, it's not going to save your life. But if you run Broken Windows on your build, you're going to get the pallet boost. It's not even called Broken Windows in the game anymore. It's called Knee Jerk Reflex. But anyway, something I found interesting that I realized like a few weeks ago is that it's not even called Broken Windows. It hasn't been called Broken Windows for like years now, I swear. But yeah, Broken Windows, great ability, and I think it has extra synergy on Matador, so that when you are at that crappy pallet and you're up against a hunter who does have faster pallet breaking, I guess if they don't, you don't necessarily need Broken Windows, because the pallet break will be slow regardless. But if you have very fast pallet breaking speed hunters and you don't have any boost to get out of a bad pallet area, and you know, you're just gonna die right after essentially. So that pallet boost makes very much sense on something like Matador. Also, it works when you jump over your ability. Jump over a window of pallet with your ability, I should say. It also works. It also does give the boost. Yeah. As much as I love Broken Windows, I love Broken Windows. But I do need to practice my Flywheel, so we're going to go back to Flywheel here. It makes a little bit more sense to run Flywheel on Moonlit if you're going to spawn on the right side of the map, because there's not really any good amazing window. Definitely, if you're going to spawn on the left side of the map, like if you have it all planned out with your team and you're going to spawn on the left side of the map, highly recommend Broken Windows. It works very, very good with behind the tent window. Behind the tent window, combining it to go into tent and then back behind tent to use the good window again. There's like one window out of the three that are very, very good. You just need to use it when the hunter's on the right side of the window. There's the long side of the window and there's the short side. And you want to always try to get the hunter on the long side. It should be very easy. If you go to the back of tent, the hunter will follow you to the back of tent, and then they'll be on the long side of that middle window. A little bit unlucky Cypher spawn right here that we didn't get a Cypher anywhere close to us. It would be really nice if whoever spawns bridge would give us the Cypher, but I'm not going to count on that. So I'm just going to have to head to God Corner. Cheerleader is getting chased here. And yep, Gravekeeper did steal the bridge Cypher. I'm not going to say steal because obviously he doesn't know. But when a hunter does that, spawn first stop always gets blocked. And then first stop very often has no Cypher anymore. Like, it took us a long time to walk to the Cypher. So ideally, I feel we should do, Gravekeeper should let us do the Cypher. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Yes, it's going to take us the equal amount of time to do the Cypher regardless. But then Cheerleader has a Cypher very close to her at God Corner that would not be done yet. But now I'm going to do it. So she's going to have to walk very far next. Okay, so it's going to reduce her deco time as well. Gravekeeper, yes, you would have to walk a little bit to the next Cypher. But he's going to knock out a Cypher on the other side of the map, which is very important. To knock out the other Cypher on the map. On the other side of the map, because then you guys won't get 3 Cypher. The way Moonlit works is that there's 3 Cyphers on this side, 3 Cyphers on this side, and the Cypher at bridge is guaranteed. If you do all the ciphers on this side and bridge, then you're left with this side of the map. And guys, just from looking at this map, you can see it's not very big. The left side of the map is much smaller. Which means, as a hunter player, it is not very, depending on your hunter, but much easier to protect the ciphers there when there's 3 ciphers like all on that same side of the map. It's much easier to control the ciphers. That's why it's very important that you have your rescuer. If possible, try to lead bridge and do either the circus cipher or the third stop cipher. Though both of those ciphers work, but the point is someone needs to pop one of those ciphers. I mean, guys, we just pulled up the prisoner map. You can see, I'm not lying. The ciphers are here, here, and I can't remember if it was here. I think it was here. But there's always a cipher at 10. Sometimes there's even 2. Looks like it doesn't matter because he ended up getting chaired on this side of the map, which is fine. Means that we won't have these ciphers be interrupted. Let's just hope he makes the rescue now. Does he know how to make a Hellumber rescue? Does he know how to circle the fire spirit? Okay, he dropped the fire spirit. He did not get terror shocked. Very lucky. I shouldn't say very lucky because it's kind of unlikely to get terror shocked with how fast rescues are nowadays, especially if you're Gravekeeper. Okay, he should not be sending me this much energy. Especially because Cheerleader's dying, it looks like, on his side of the map. We need to prioritize this guy's cipher. Okay, he sent me too much energy. I'm gonna have to send it right back. And now we're both, like, making our decode slower by doing that. he shouldn't send me that much. Okay, it's whatever, though. Hang in there. I probably should have let him pop first, come to think of it. Because I have the gate right next to me, and plus, I'm on the side of the map away from the hunter. He probably should come to my side of the map regardless, though. Just because Hellumber might throw a puppet on that side of the map. I mean, what is Hellumber gonna do, though? Is it gonna be that bad? Like, he's a meteorologist. He should be able to push. Okay, he got terror shocked. A little bit on... Wow. Did he get triple hit? Did he get hit? I don't even know how he got hit that often. I think he got terror shocked, if I'm not wrong. I didn't look. I looked away at the worst time. He probably got terror shocked, and then the fire spear that he activated probably killed him. Wow, and our cheerleader, or not a cheerleader, meteorologist is not going to make it now. No. This is really bad. I mean, we're just kind of screwed now. If I go for that rescue, he's going to teleport on the puppet and kill me. I'm just going to trust that he comes to the gate. Yep. Hopefully he can kite to the gate. I can shock here if needed. It'll screw up his hunt a little bit, but he has blank. That's very unfortunate. We actually ended up losing that match. Was that a really slow pop? Isn't it a general rule to not touch prisoners' energy thing? Yes and no. Listen, that's what people are going to tell you for people who don't want to explain to you why you should and shouldn't, okay? The truth is, every survivor has a role in using the prisoner connection. Prisoners shouldn't be using it that often either. If anything, prisoners using it pretty rarely. I'm not sending connection that often as prisoner. I might be sending it for a rescuer cipher so that he doesn't need to come back for it, which that's good. But it's very rare to actually send prisoner connection to a cipher that needs it. Very often, when you connect ciphers, it's not about prisoner sending energy. It's so that someone can send energy to someone. It's just people make it simple and be like, okay, just let the prisoner do the work. Okay, and they just hope that the prisoner knows what he's doing. But in reality, the connection is a two-way street, okay? It's like a date, guys. It's like a relationship. You gotta have mutual respect in both directions, okay? So when I connect the cipher to my cipher, the person who is more ahead on the cipher, when it's the last two ciphers, I should add, when it's the last two ciphers, and you guys just need to get those last two ciphers done, it doesn't matter how fast you pop the fourth cipher. It matters how fast you pop the fifth cipher. So if Meteor sends me tons of energy and makes me pop my fourth cipher very quickly, it doesn't matter. Because now we're waiting on her cipher. We're waiting for her cipher to finish. Her cipher's now behind. When what she should have been doing is make the ciphers even. Make it even so the ciphers are ready at the same time and we spend the least amount of time waiting for the 5th cipher machine. It doesn't matter where the 5th cipher machine is in that case necessarily. Sometimes it does matter. If the hunter's like right next to the cipher, you probably want to pop the cipher that the hunter's closest to first. Right there doesn't necessarily matter. We have both ciphers near the exit gate. She could do her exit gate if she wants. She could come to my exit gate. Either way, it really depends. But in that situation, let's just say it doesn't matter which cipher gets done first, okay? We need to get the 5th cipher done as soon as possible. That's what matters. Which means that if one cipher is behind, and that cipher is looking like it's going to be the 5th cipher, that's the cipher that's going to be behind, then that's going to be the 5th cipher. You need to help that cipher catch up. And that's what she did. She helped me catch up, because I was behind and she was ahead on decode. So she helped me catch up. So what she was supposed to do there, she's supposed to even out her decode, so that way we finish the ciphers at the same time together, and that way we'll have last cipher ready quicker that way. She does slow down her decode, but it doesn't matter, because she would anyway have to wait for my cipher to finish before she can start doing the exit gates. That's why she's sacrificing her decode to send me. But if you do it too much, then now I have to sacrifice my decode to help you. And keep in mind, the whole time that we were sending energy, anytime we send energy to each other, one of us is losing negative 15 that just never reaches the other cipher. So she transmitted to me. She's losing negative 15. It's okay. She's helping me catch up. My server's the one that's behind anyway. But then she went overboard, and now I have to help her. And so now I'm having to force myself to decode slower to help her because she sent too much to me. And if I don't, well, then I'm going to have to wait even longer for her to finish her cipher if I don't help her out. So, long story short, prisoner connection is great for the end game, for the last 2 ciphers, so that you can even them up and catch up to each other. That's in the case that no cipher is getting pressured. Sometimes you'll have situations where the hunter's threatening to chair on a cipher, or someone's kiting near it. In a situation like that, your priority changes. Your priority is now like, okay, it doesn't matter if our ciphers are even, if one of the ciphers is going to eventually stop being decoded, right? Let's say you guys have last 2 ciphers. This is a different example. Let's say you guys have last 2 ciphers, but the difference is someone is kiting on your cipher, on one of those ciphers, okay? You want to get the cipher done as soon as possible, because if you don't, what's going to end up happening is that person who was kiting dies, the person gets chaired on the cipher, and then the person who was doing the cipher gets stopped. You're still on the connection, but then the hunter breaks the connection. Now nothing is getting done on the cipher. In a situation like that, your priority should have been to finish that cipher as soon as possible so that you can prevent the hunter chairing on it, and you could even better prevent trump card abnormal, which is a big threat in a situation like that. That they just get rid of. They don't just stop progress, they just delete it, which would be even worse in a situation like that. And then you're going to really kick yourself in the face. You'd be now being like, oh man, why didn't I just help that cipher while I still had the chance? Knowing that someone is dying there. Knowing that someone, not dying there because if they're already dead, then it's probably too late. But kiting there, you see that ahead of time. You got to be like, okay, we got to help that cipher. We got to finish that cipher before it's too late. We got to help that cipher out before it's too late. It's a very game sense oriented thing. It depends a ton on game sense. You need to have a good understanding of the situation of the game. And you'll only have that if you play the game enough to see what happens if you don't make the right decision. I've made the wrong decision. I've seen what happens if you don't help out a cipher in a time where it really needs to get done. The hunter puts it on lockdown. You guys then need to do another cipher mission. Okay? Now, another thing I've seen is people commit too hard to the cipher mission. So you got to be careful of that. But let's keep things simple and just say the hunter doesn't care at all about anyone who's decoding on the cipher. They're just focusing on their target. That would be, and if they're not, like, near you, but just, like, if they're not on top of you, but just near you, right? Meaning that the hunter's not in a position where they can just easily walk up to you and just hit you, because they were right next to you. That would be, like I said, game sense. It matters so much on the situation. There's the situation where no one is cutting on the cipher. There's a situation where someone is near the cipher but not cutting on top of it, meaning that when they die, the hunter's going to chair on it afterwards. Then there's a situation where they are cutting on it and they're right on top of the cipher. So now you're really screwed. Now you really probably should just bail on that cipher at that point and be like, okay, we need to wait for either A, this guy to stop cutting on the cipher, or B, we need to start a new cipher mission. And just bail on that cipher entirely. Yo, Psych, nice videos you put out. Thank you so much, Fabian. Appreciate it, bro. Also, thank you for coming into the streams regularly. I see you. I remember you. Not related to the prisoner thing, but I remember Kuroshiro mentioning something about focusing on finishing 4 ciphers against Gomen. Do you know what he meant by that? He probably meant by there not being all 3 ciphers next to each other, because Gomen easily puts pressure on that. But no, I'm going to be honest. I actually don't know what he means by that. I don't know what he means by finishing 4 ciphers as soon as possible. Especially because that's not possible. You guys are going to have 1 person kiting and 3 people decoding. That's literally not possible. He was probably referring to mechanic, and it was probably like a very one-off situation. Because then that way with mechanic, you guys can actually get 4 ciphers going while someone else is kiting. What I'm going to guess he meant is either A, there was a mechanic on the team, so he was just talking about, oh, the survivors just wanted to decode. The survivors just wanted to decode as soon as possible, which is like obvious. Great observation, Kuro. The ciphers need to be done as soon as possible. Or B, he meant it in a way where you guys pop the 4 ciphers that are close to each other, so that way the last 3 ciphers are very far from each other. So that, let's say you have a cipher in one corner, and then the other corner, and then the third corner. So now when Goatman is trying to... When Goatman kills his first target, and now he needs a second new target, there's not going to be 3 ciphers next to each other, and you guys are all screwed, because you guys all have to do the ciphers. Like, you have to do the ciphers. There's no other choice. But you're all also next to each other, which makes it so much easier for Goatman to pressure everyone at the same time. So I'm going to guess he meant a cipher split. But then again, I don't know why he would mention the importance of popping 4 ciphers. You don't necessarily have to pop 4 ciphers to have a cipher split. You could leave one of them at, like, almost done. You could just leave one of them 90, 85. Like, for example, this could be a rescuer cipher that I'm talking about, for example. Like, rescuer had to go rescue. He rescues, and then he starts another cipher that's way closer. Right? And then someone at some point in the game will finish it. That would be a situation where, no, it is not important to pop the 4 ciphers as quickly as possible, because one of them is almost done anyway. You just need to ensure that the ciphers you're working on while the first target is still alive are ciphers where after the first person dies are not going to be ones that the hunter easily pressures. So let's say Shaq, you did Shaq and you left Shaq at 85 and you guys only finished 3 ciphers. That's fine. You didn't need to pop the 4 cipher that much, because if anything, you might trick the Goatman into coming to Shaq just for it to pop in his face. He might see it shaking. He'll take 10 seconds to walk to it. It's like, oh, it just started, right? It just started shaking, right? Because it hasn't been shaking for the last 2 minutes, right? And then it just pops. And you might screw him up that way. That would be a situation where, if anything, not popping the 4 ciphers as quickly as possible is actually better. So, take it with a grain of salt. What he's saying, Kuro doesn't even play the game competitively. No shade to Kuro. But Kuro doesn't even play the game competitively. That is like a tip that, I'm sorry, it does not apply in all situations. That's if anything, that can be misleading. And it might throw you off in situations where you guys are, if anything, it might lead you guys to actually end up 3-ciphering yourselves even easier. And what is a 3-cipher? 3-cipher is the short word for you have 3 ciphers right next to each other. Example, this situation right here. This is a 3-cipher. We need to pop one of these ciphers so that we have another cipher option that's like not close. So let's say we pop that. Well, then now we're not going to get 3 ciphers. Now we're going to have 3 options that are very far from each other. Like, yeah, these 2 are close, but that one is very far. Now let's see where the last 2 ciphers are. Yep, we got 3 ciphers. This is a great example of a 3-cipher. So if you're wondering what a 3-cipher looks like, this is a 3-cipher. Where you have the last 3 ciphers all next to each other. So this is the opposite 3-cipher that can happen. Like, so I mean, there's also such thing as a 4-cipher, which is like a very rare thing, but it happens on Lakeside, one of the few maps it can happen on. And on top of that, it's not just based on map, it also depends heavily on the cipher layout. We just happen to get the cipher layout where all 4 of them are right next to each other. There's only one cipher layout like this on Lakeside. We can heal now. We just want to make sure we're not on top of the chair in the open. This way, when she at least dies, she won't be on top of the ciphers. That's the idea. That's why we didn't just heal Mila off the chair, because if she comes out of the chair, she's very likely going to die because it's Anne, and then she's going to again die near the 3 ciphers. In a situation like this, the best thing you can do is A, have 2 ciphers being worked on at the same time. So, in this instance, she'll pressure middle. Never mind, she's not pressuring middle. She's coming. Probably to stun. And then we're going to have someone else do Big Rock at some point. Okay, well, that was very predictable. No matter what cipher we do here, it's going to be pretty easy to pressure. Whew, this is not good. Look at how far we have her from the ciphers here, though. Now she has to make a choice. Her choice is to leave the cipher. Predictable, but it is the best move she has to make. Because why would she chase a prisoner, full health, just baited out her abilities, and far from the cipher machines? She's in a horrible position. I did what I wanted. I got her away from our cipher machines. That's what we want. So she knows that, and she got off. So now she's very inclined to protect Big Rock. That's why we're starting an extra cipher machine, because we know she's eventually going to protect one of these ciphers. That's why we need 2. And even though we have 2 next to each other, this is our best shot at securing a tieable situation. Granted, it's going to be difficult no matter what here, because it's just a matter of time for her to get hits on people. And I already used my flywheel, too. Okay, she's going to break the other connection. That's fine. Don't see anything wrong with that. With Anne, it's not very likely you'll be able to dodge the cats unless you have like a surplus of stunning abilities or like abilities to bait her to swing, like Flywheel and Prisoner Shock. They work very well together for the first cat. But in this situation, we know we're probably not going to survive a cat, so we're just going to make it so that when she follows us, we're going to take her as far away from the servers as possible so that we give more time to decode Big Rock safely. Her Flywheel's almost up here, Gardeners, I should say. We're going to have to immediately go for the rescue here as soon as possible, now that the server's almost primed. It doesn't really matter to wait here. No one. I guess I would benefit from the Flywheel. Okay, we need to be a little bit careful here. We're just going to wait out the cats. The cats are going to disappear here. No rush. They only last 10 seconds. Good rescue. She also got a stun out of that. She might chase me here. See, she kind of cuts off Enchantress though now. We have to make sure that we try our best to survive here as long as we can. Enchantress on her own should be able to live with those stacks. We're just going to try our best to split off from our survivors here. We don't have much choice. And yeah, Teleport's cooldown is over. If we could last long enough to get these gates open, we're almost for sure going to tie. She needs to knock down Enchantress. Okay, she did knock down Enchantress. What is she going to do now? I can't do that exit gate. It's very risky. I got bad news. She teleported on back gate. She could teleport on the gate behind us. Because that Gardener would have left. Or at least said Hunter's near me. I don't see dungeon. Yeah, I don't see it. I would have seen dungeon this game though. We might be screwed. That was actually clutch. I didn't even know I can do that. Oh my god. Let's go. Is Broken Windows really better, Psyche? A Flywheel saved my ass 2 times in a row. 2 times in a row this game. Because if I wasn't full health, we would not be able to make the rescue on the Enchantress. So the Flywheel saved me there. The Flywheel ended up escaping me right there. That is insane. What an insane timed Flywheel. That is an insanely well-timed Flywheel. Dude, my goodness, dude. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That's what it takes to tie with these randoms. That's what it takes. And here we have Omni qualifying for call-out. God damn it, man. God damn it. They're so gonna get cooked again. God. Oh well, guys. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll entertain China a little bit better. In the meantime, we'll entertain NAU a little bit. Dude, that is an insane Flywheel. That is actually insane Flywheel. I think that's frame perfect. Listen, it is frame perfect if the cat is on top of you, but I don't know how it works if the cat is like not grabbed onto you, but you are in the range. There's a very weird thing with Anne where you have to stand close enough for it to actually jump on you. But if you can still stand in it without it jumping on you. But if the ant touches the cat and you're touching the cat, it will still stun you. So that's what happened right there. But maybe Flywheel works differently when the cat is not on you and she just steps in it when you're also stepping in it. And the cat is like not on you, you're just stepping in it. But what I was trying to do there was to prevent me grabbing the cat. But honestly, that was even better. What happened there was actually even better. And I did not mean to do that, but we'll take it. The shock saved us. Shock was great. Man, that was very good. That Flywheel is crazy. Have you thought about entering Koa? Okay, that's a crazy comment. That right there is a crazy comment. 10 points from a tie, I know, right? 10 points from a tie. Best deduction, too. Holy. Crazy. Wait, my teammate died from the very beginning of that match. Oh, man. I feel bad. They had to watch that match. Just sit there. They probably got a drink. Pissed. Finished their assignment by the time we finished our match. That was a very long match. What, they died in like 4 minutes? And so there was just 4 minutes of 4 minutes, 40 seconds, if anything, of them just doing nothing. Honestly, more like 3 minutes, maybe even. Someone's asking about noise indicator for dungeon. Don't you just listen for dungeon? Yes, but you're gonna see it way before you hear it. The hearing range for dungeon is very small. It is very small. If I had to give you a number, I would say about half the size of a heartbeat radius. So like 60 meters. But no one knows what 60 meters is. So I'm just gonna say half the size of a heartbeat. And that, if we're talking about like the very edge, it's barely audible. It gets louder the closer you get. So if we're really talking about like you really want to be sure, you really got to be like 12 meters. And if you're 12 meters away from the dungeon, at that point you're already hoping that it's there. At that point, you're already hoping that it's there. So I'm just going off of sight and trying to see the dungeon from far, because the audio is way too small. It's not like Dead by Daylight, where Dead by Daylight is like very loud and you could hear it from a good bit away. No, it's very small in this game. You can hear it, and it is helpful if it's behind a wall and you can't see it. But right there, it doesn't really matter. We're not close enough to hear it. We don't have a reason to go to shore either. I should have just kept a better eye for it, because I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't paying attention. I should have checked small boat. I should have checked logs. I was talking too much. Too much was going on. Explaining the stream. Explaining why we're doing what we're doing. That I didn't even check for dungeon. But yeah, we had lots of opportunity to check for dungeon. We had opportunity to check at a Big Rock. We could have checked it at logs. And we could have checked it at small boat. And then, with those three down, the only two options are Big Boat and Shore, which are right next to each other. And I just didn't remember to check for it. So that definitely made things a lot riskier, and we could definitely do a lot better there. But hell, that's a clip-worthy stream moment. We got a clip-worthy stream moment out of it. Granted, we almost lost, but it's clip-worthy. We're clip-farming. I'm definitely just not bad. You thought the teammate pinged it? Well, I didn't see it. Too much was going on. You play Postman, so you're just good. You're just good, right. I'm sure you put that memory to work. I remember the time a person moved the dungeon and it went from logs to boat. And you were at boat? If you're not at boat, if you're at logs, you might be cooked. Enchantress? Who is this low-tier hunter banning Enchantress? Who could this be? Penguin? Let's go lawyer. Let's go lawyer, guys. We haven't gone lawyer in a hot minute. Lawyer got buffed a long time ago now, before Koa started. And I haven't gotten to do a Koa stream. Or not a Koa stream, a rank stream about the buff characters. Because I got Pocket Pig in my butt about playing the necessary characters. Every Koa session counts. And I'm not gonna lie, he was right. Every Koa session really did count. What type of bread do I eat before raining for good luck? You're too funny, bro. You're asking the wrong guy. I don't know anything more than bread. I'm the worst guy to do your grocery shopping for. You'll tell me to buy a certain bread, And I'll just go off of looks. I won't be able to tell off the name. I don't know what kind of name bread you got. I just know the look of the bread. And I sure hope I've seen your bread. At that point, if I haven't seen your bread, I am going to need your name. And you're going to tell me the name of your bread. I'm going to tell you, I've never heard of that bread, but I'm going to go find it. And at the very least, I'll find it that way. But if I look at bread, I won't know the name of it. I won't be able to tell just from looking. Oh boy. Oh man, we got lots of people already nearby. Okay, so for those wondering, what is Lawyer's buff? Oh man, she's running right into him. I don't get how these people like... Wait, what? There's no way! There's no way! How? I can't believe what I just saw! Whatever, bro. Okay, so for those wondering, what is Lawyer's buff? At the first 30 seconds of the match, you get double your speed up and double your vault. And if you hold your map out, you're getting it all triple. So, instead of having to walk 18 meters to get 0.4%, you only have to walk 9 meters to get 0.4%. But if you hold your map out, then that is reduced by 3 times, which we have to pull out our calculator for. Calculator, kind of dangerous to do this against Wu Chang. 18 divided by 3. We only have to walk 6 meters. How did I not know that? 6 meters to get speed up. So basically what it means is that if you're first chase, you should be holding out your map to gain your movement speed as quickly as possible. Because you need it. You need that movement speed as quickly as possible. Way more than you need to see the hunter. This also applies to vault buffs. So you guys saw that I was holding my map out. Instead of getting 1.5%, I got 4.5%. And that 4.5% came from 1.5% for naturally vaulting, another 1.5% for holding out the map, and another 1.5% for that 30-second buff at the start of the match. So we can gain our vault speed insanely quickly. Now at this point, I'm not going to hold my map to get movement speed faster. I could if I wanted to, but I'm also going to waste my map. And if you're not going to get chased, the ability to see the hunter is going to be way more important in late game, and especially when you guys have the gates open, especially a hunter like Wu Chang, we definitely want to hold on to our map. But against any hunter, you want to see where they're going. I can see the hunter holding their umbrella right now. I'm a little bit scared. This guy might be a crazy Wu Chang who just leaves his target at random. We'll see. Nope, he's still committed. So yeah, it's a really nice buff for when you're first kite. Because now, I mean, I already held my map to get my buffs as quickly as possible at the start of a kite, because I know these things about the map and how you get double the buffs from using the map. But, now you get it 3 times as fast thanks to the 30-second buff and the map, which is really, really nice. She's gonna go for this rescue, right? Yep, she got it. Now, word of warning right here. We probably should heal up. This is a hunter who relies on surprise tactics and hopes that you're 1 hit away from death so he can immediately chair you. Oh, we have the Cypher upstairs. That's going to be great. That's going to be very important. Very good against Wu Chang right there. Okay, well, we're doing the other Cypher anyway. Honestly, he's actually not doing a bad job kiting. We're going to try our best to push this Cypher. Okay, that's out. We're going to farm our last vault speed right there. There we go. We got all our stats maxed. That would not have been possible if I did not use my map for these vaults. So that way, instead of having to vault 6 windows to get the max vault speed. Honestly, I think more, right? No. It's 6, right? 1.53. 4.56. No, 8. So instead of having to vault 8 windows, I only had to vault 4. And we have our max vault speed. And keep in mind, one of those vaults, I did not even have to use my map for, because I already got a bonus from the, what's it called? I could just use my map. There's no real need to sit here and wait. I'm surprised that the guy at half health is the one decoding here. It's honestly shocking that the guy who's at half health is playing safer than the guy at... Sorry, the guy at full health is playing safer than the guy at half health. I mean, I have more reason to play risky there, and even then, I still know not to play risky, because there's no reason to be giving a hit that easily. There's absolutely no reason to be giving a hit like that. Yeah, she got blink out, but she only gave blink out like that because she chose to decode and gave a real easy target for the hunter. Now, we're not going to be able to rescue more than one time this game. So, we're just going to have to... Wait, I can just see where the hunter is again. But no need. Honestly, that probably was my shot at rescuing right there, not going to lie. Yeah. It's alright. This is still the safer plan anyway. We'll have to start prime first because we're not going to be able to get more than one safe rescue. Let's see what he does. He is chasing her, and we need to heal her. This would be a great time to heal. He's going to hit the little bro. Great little bro block. Good job. He is just YOLO teleporting. It's going to be right on top of us. I would probably drop that pallet dog. Okay, never mind. I have to do everything, it seems. Why did she not drop that pallet? He's just giving openings for the hunter. And you guys might be wondering, why should she drop the pallet? He's not next to you guys. Well, he can use Soul Siphon, and he will be right next to us before we make it in a circle back to the pallet. That's why we need to drop the pallet. But she's not even thinking about it. She's not even considering his abilities. Oh, hunter changed target. I would get off of that. Okay, she's already off. Good. It's black for him now, so now he doesn't have mobility. Now he has the close range bell. So our strategy is going to change a little bit. We're going to be able to walk more in a straight line here rather than be forced to work in close quarters with pallets. Because white form is very bad in close quarters, but very good at movement from far. Black form is very good at close quarters and very bad at just walking after you. For a lot of reasons. For starters, he doesn't have the Soul Siphon, but also he just naturally moves slower. Now, I can see him without even using the map here. But we don't have much map to work with here. Okay, someone needs to work on the gate at this point. Too many hunter change target pings without being able to survive. Okay. We might be screwed now. It's gonna be white form here. Oh yeah, we might be in trouble. Oh, he chose to walk around. That's going to give us an opening now. But we're just going to die to his next umbrella now. Wait a second. What is he doing? No, we're still not going to make it. Unless he fell for it. Bro fell for it. He fell for it. Without a pallet at Shack, we're going to die to the next time he has umbrella. So we just got to go for it. We just gotta go for it, and we actually did get it. It turns out, Flywheel might have actually also saved us there. Not gonna lie. Flywheel would have been guaranteed escape right there. But he went for the swing way too early. He just sidestepped it. Yeah, that completely screwed us over. No one was able to decode either gate because we're too scared of a teleport here. Typically, when a hunter's holding out their umbrella, it's usually not difficult to also survive. Especially with windows, because if he's holding the umbrella to actually teleport with, then he doesn't have any way to deal with windows. Because one of the things Wu-Ching can do that is very strong is he can throw his umbrella on the other side of the window and then vault it. So then the survivor doesn't know what to do. Like, they can't vault into the hunter, but also they can't walk away because the umbrella's on top of you. You just stay on the window, and then you're screwed. So you guys didn't get to see it, because I already knew it ahead of time, but that's what would have happened to me at Shack. I would have been sitting at the side of the window, and he waits for his umbrella. He's going to throw the umbrella on me. I can't walk away now, because if I walk away from the window, he's going to use the umbrella. But if I stand by the window, he's going to walk on the other side of it, opposite side of me, and then vault it. So then then I can walk away, but it's too late. He's right next to me. Without any ability, we would be cooked. That's why the pallet is so nice, so that the pallet will be there to counter that. But we didn't have the pallet there either, so much for that. We just gotta go for it at that point. We could have taken the 2 and 3 chance for dungeons, Because we could have taken the 2 and 3 at back corner. We could have taken the 2 and 3 at what's it called? Next to Shaq. Journalist didn't say dungeon was there. I'm sure journalist would have said dungeon is there if it was there. But she just didn't say anything, so I assume just wasn't there. Which in that case, it would mean running to back corner would be a 50% chance. Our chances dropped much lower. And I was thinking, like, we can kite this guy out. Like, right? We can get to the other gate. If I get a head start and I drop this birdcage pallet, we might even be able to kite out the tension with the help of hospital. And then have the ability to take a veteran bonus hit to gate. But then Blink threw a wrench in that plan. Blink made it impossible. We're not gonna be able to use hospital anymore. So we gotta go to the next closest window. Not the next closest window. The next closest pallet, which is a very good pallet. We went to a very good pallet, and he was already going around it. I knew that we would make Shaq if you go around the pallet in a situation like that. It's too much distance. I had too much distance. There was no need of a lot of things there. I didn't need to drop the pallet because he's not going for the pallet. So putting myself in a drop animation would slow me down. That's why I didn't drop the pallet, because there's no point dropping the pallet. You don't want to put yourself in animations where you're stuck and the hunter's advancing towards you and you didn't gain anything helpful out of the pallet. That's why I dropped Birdcage, because Birdcage forced the blink. It forced him to answer it. If I dropped the next pallet, there would be no answer required for him. I just slowed myself down. He has me where he wants me. He has me away from the exit gate, cornered away. And he's going to zone me in there that way. But I saw he went around. I'm like, well, you know, with our speed buffs, and plus from the fact that we have a lot of speed. You have to remember that whenever you're not dropping stuff, in the end game, it's much stronger. Because just walking is even better in the end game, because you naturally move 5% faster. So does the hunter, to be fair. But keep in mind that whenever you're not dropping stuff, you benefit, or if you're not dropping, if you're not vaulting, you benefit more from escape. But not only that, we had our 3.5% buff from lawyer, so we were really moving like 8.5% faster. We were moving very quickly, so we made Shaq easily. At that point, we were put in a really rough position. We had broken windows. Maybe we can work something out with broken windows if he gets too greedy, but he decides to stick to Shaq. We can see him through the walls. I'm not going to lie. The map really helped us right there to make a clear choice on where we can run next. But yeah, that top cipher upstairs really saved us too. It really helped us out right there, having that top cipher. And also, journalist not going down there. She used Little Bro to save her life. That was huge. That was absolutely huge. If she went down there, we would have been in trouble. Because now no one's on the cipher. He's free to go chase Entomologist. Entomologist is the guy who I was rescuing, I think, right? Yeah, we would have been in a very bad spot. Very bad spot. So, good stuff. We're having a lot of scary games back to back. I guess it is a horror game, right, guys? I can't spawn there. I mean, we could spawn there, but Graveyard's a much better kiting area for Thief because of the window. So we want to give ourselves the option of Graveyard. And it's Blood Queen. So Thief might be a little bit different. Does the 5% multiple... Oh, does the 5% multiply? No, it doesn't multiply. It adds. It's just addition. It just adds. It's 5% plus 3.5%. If it was multiply, oh my god. We would be zooming. We would... I think we might be the same speed as the hunter. If it multiplied. Because that would be 5 times 3.5. That would be 17.5% faster. And keep in mind, companion effect, which is that trade on chair where you move faster if you got rescued for 2 seconds. You're already, I think, a little bit faster than the hunter. And that's just 27%. So yeah, 17%, we would be nearly the same speed as the hunter. We'd be very close. We might be a little bit behind, but we would be very close. Man, we are going through battery really quick this stream. I had 78% at the start. It's chasing core, that's pretty bad for us. Just gotta do the lie down in mode. Thief does have the best thing, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't check where basement was. Ooh. What are your thoughts on the current point system? I think it's better. I think it's better. I will admit, they did a good job rewarding good players. Oh my god, wait. Thief support? Ah, but she ran towards the pallets. Okay, well now it doesn't really work. In fact, if I use the flashlight... Oh my god, I should have used the flashlight because she ran into the mirror. I didn't want to use the flashlight because then the mirror would end early and then she would get her next mirror faster. Yeah, we can't get anything here. You can't do anything with balloons. She just looks away for half a second and keeps approaching us, so it's not a good idea. We might be in trouble. We need her to get closer to us. Oh, yes, we got her mirror out. It's on cooldown now. Whew. Okay. Man, I cannot make a mistake today. I honestly already made a mistake not flashing her. I thought she would have survived. I didn't think that other mirror would actually make a difference right there. So then if the mirror is not gonna hit anyone, using the flashlight would actually make her mirror disappear and then start the cooldown sooner. Because on her own, Blood Queen cannot just make the mirror disappear whenever she wants like you can with Hula Baloo. You have to wait out the timer before your cooldown starts. So if you already got a hit out of your mirror, or you missed your mirror, then all you're doing now is you're waiting for your next mirror. So Thief would actually be helping if he got rid of her ability, because then it makes the mirror disappear, which therefore means, oh great, we're taking a hit. This time we have no escape. Maybe if we walk like this, because there's a building in her way, she has to go around. Oh man, I'm thinking like Einstein today. Because she needs to walk in a straight line and she can't because there's a staircase in the way. That was really good. That was really good. Did she use her flare this game? Yeah, I don't think she did. I might have to use it now. Does she? Does she have it? Ooh. I'm gonna say no, because Gravekeeper just... No way! No way she really did that. He pushed her into the pallet and then pallet stunned her. You can do that with the Gravekeeper shovel. And she has excitement! She has excitement! You're joking me. I have to pick up this Gravekeeper. We cannot allow... Oh, she does have a flare gun. We cannot... Well, since Archer's coming to help, it's kind of bad that I started healing him. But I wasn't sure Courtney was going to live. So if I'm not sure Courtney's going to live, we need to pick this guy up as soon as possible so that we don't have another target. Wait, he's not helping her. Okay. Follow me, dog. Honestly, that might be enough time for Archer to shoot her down. We'll see. No. Archer, do something. Archer, can you do? No. Pop the Cypher. Dude, that sucks, man, because if I did the Cypher, we actually would have had that done. If I did the Cypher, we actually would have had that primed. It's such a shame. A shame the Archer didn't go help, and then I just take over her Cypher. She didn't trust that someone else would take it, I guess. Okay, but I escape. We do still have a tie. Can Archer escape, though? There's no way. She doesn't have trump card up yet? Does her trade not finish yet? Okay, well, whatever. Whatever. I just feel like the Archer should be protecting her. She needs to protect her, and she needs to trust that we're going to finish the Cypher. She needs to trust that someone else will take over her Cypher. She should ping, hey, take over the Cypher for me. Well, whatever, we still won. She did get chaired in the corner of the map, which helped us out. So at the very least, we have that going for us. What day is today? Today's the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We got 3 ties, and we just got a really clutch win right there. How do we win this game? Oh yeah. I already forgot. I just genuinely don't. Even the games I helped us get the win, I just don't remember. Dude. I was like, wow, we won? Why? Oh, that's why. Of course. I don't think anyone should be in the post-match after that. If it's a win, you should let things go. I talked a little bit about that mentality on I think last stream. And the problem with that mentality is that if you look at your results, you're not going to become a good player. I mean, yes, if you lose the match, then at least you're losing, and then you're looking at it. Then you're thinking with a better mentality, thinking about how it could have done better. But if you look at my ties here, these ties could have been better. Like this tie right here, it was a tie, but it was not a good tie. I should know where the dungeon is. We didn't have time to check, granted, but in a perfect world where we are in comms with teammates, we could make this a much more guaranteed tie if I just figure out where the dungeon is, and then we just go for dungeon. We have a guaranteed escape that way. Same exact thing this game. Now, maybe if the dungeon was at Small Bow and Logs, then it's a little bit too risky to go for that dungeon, because she did chair in that area, and then we don't know where she's going to, like, go next. She might teleport, she might just walk to Logs. We don't know. So if it turns out it's at Logs, then maybe going for the gate is the right play. But if it was at, like, Shore, then I just skipped dungeon at Shore, and that could have cost us. That could have cost us this tie. And it's like, oh, but we tied. It was not a clean tie. It could have been better. This victory, yeah, great victory. We won. But I ate a really stupid hit at the start of the game. It was really stupid. I had a really dumb hit. And I only came back from that because we got a great rescue followed by a great rebound thanks to my skill. But in reality, I gave myself a really hard start there, and this victory was not actually, honestly, that textbook of a victory. Everything after was textbook, honestly. So, honestly, it's not. I'm like working with straws here. I don't actually have a lot to work with for this victory. But my point being is, you can't look at the result. All right, listen. I'm not gonna complain if someone talks in post match about a match. I'm gonna complain if you are toxic in a post match. Then that's a problem. But if you won, and someone did a really bad mistake that they just got lucky they got away with, like this game, honestly, we kind of got lucky. We kind of got lucky that I didn't work on the Cypher machine, and we still won. Right? The Archer got lucky that she didn't go help, and she worked on the Cypher machine when she could have helped, especially with Excitement being out. But she didn't go help, and we still won. We still won. I mean, that was lucky too. We both got lucky. Hell, the whole team got lucky that we still won. Because I made a bad choice, and she made a bad choice. Now, is she gonna think it's a bad choice? Probably not. Knowing the random person in this game, they probably were gonna walk away from that game because it was a win, and they're gonna be like, oh, it's fine. If anything, it's the Thief's fault for not working on the Cypher. And they're just gonna walk away from the game, and they're not gonna become a better player out of it. So, that's a great example of... I mean, I don't know that guy. Maybe he will remember that. Maybe he will think to himself, oh, I should have harassed, right? And someone else could take over my Cypher. Maybe he just doesn't know. Maybe someone needs to be like, hey, you could have harassed. And then maybe someone needs to bring up the idea to him. One or the other. I don't know. But if you just think about a win and no one should be complaining, that's not really true. That's not really true. That game was, we won because of luck, if anything. We got lucky that she's mirroring at 2-story. Let's go Acrobat. Should we go Acrobat? Nah, let's go Patient. Let's go Patient. We'll bring out the Patient. We didn't get Sakai last time with Patient. And Patient is pretty good on Lakeside. Ooh, the game disconnected. Come back. Thank you. Talking about things with randoms? Well, the randoms probably won't listen. That's why I don't even try anymore. So you do have a great point there. They're gonna call you slurs in post-match. Very true, very true. Oh man, this is not good. Oh, this makes me nervous. Oh no! One sec. So, fun fact. You can delay the game from starting if you get out of the app. If you get out of the app, you delay the match from starting. But it only works for about 45 seconds, around that number. It's either 30 or 45. So now that I got out of the game, before it finished loading for me, now everyone starts at the same time. So if you ever wonder why it takes so long for you to load, even though you don't have bad ping, that's why, because someone's not in the app. Alright. I'm also a very bad Patient player. Like, I'm not... Don't come to me for Patient advice. Don't do it. You're just gonna get disappointed. Oh no! Oh yeah, the hunter is by me. A little misleading by me to say that so early. Okay. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we're kind of in a bad spot here, though. I really thought that wouldn't hit. Ooh, we got stuck there. Not a very good hook, but it's a hook. Man, the lag is insane. What's up with the lag? Why are we freezing in place? Hello? Oh, come on. This is actually turning out to be a very good kite. That is insanely frustrating. And we're still lagging. Why? I never have problems with ping. Why? Why are we getting 500 ping? The stream is still live. Why are we getting ping on this game? We're not going to be able to rebound. Not with this ping. She's literally freezing after every swing. I just literally didn't make even... I had that much distance and we still didn't make the pallet, by the way. Can we just think about that? That I have that much distance and we couldn't even make the next pallet because of all that lag? Oh. We see where she is. We lost our heartbeat. We're just gonna keep running. Keep running, keep running, keep running, because as soon as she's next to us, she's just gonna kill us immediately with her dash. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Okay. We need to use the pallet. Please, not now! Are you from Europe? Like, why are we lagging this bad? Oh my god, this guy has to be from Europe. Ah, we got you! Imagine using that pallet. I never used that pallet. No! Stop it! Why? Go for a pound stun! I don't know what else to do! Oh my god, the Cypher's primed. I'm actually dead. Oh my god, this is so bullcrap. Oh my god, maybe she's lagging too. I'm just gonna drop it. I'm just gonna drop it. We need to create something. Some guaranteed distance. This is so dumb. I'm praying that they're lagging just as bad. Around the corner, around the corner! Bait, bait, bait! Oh, she didn't fall for it. I swear, if we tie this match because of this lag now, at least there's no chair here. There's gonna be quite a long chair. I can't afford another match. I had to restart my iPad, and by then rank is gonna be over. We'll do one more Hunter match, but whenever this happens with your game, restart your whole device. Restarting the game doesn't do anything in my experience. You have to restart your whole device. This is just something with the servers. As soon as this... It's so stupid. It is so dumb. This is the thing that happens like maybe once every 2 months, and it just has to happen now. It just has to happen now. Why not? Why not? So, restart. Maybe we can get back in the match, but it's 8:59. It takes about a minute between all the loading. And honestly, nowadays iPads... Because I play on an iPad. iPads nowadays are very fast at like restarting again after a reboot, but I don't think we're gonna make it. Mm. 3 seconds too late. 3 seconds too late. All right. Thank you, Kens, for playing. You should have seen me kiting 500 ping last game. Dude, but Patient, dude, he's actually pretty good. Patient is undeniably extremely good. Patient was extremely good there. And I know we weren't even against that good of like a hunter for us to not player wise, but I mean like when it comes to a hunter to go against as patient, Geisha is one of the worst things you could go against. Up there with like Percy and a few others. Because if you use your hook in a straight open area, you just get dashed on instantly. So sometimes you have to use your hook in a way where it's like, okay, you combine boosts together so that she cannot dash on you. That's what I did there. That's what I did there with my last hook, and then we just lagged the hell out. So there's nothing we could do at that point. But you see the vision. You see the vision with these hooks. These hooks are getting us out of like a dangerous position where we would vault and shoot immediately dash on us and get us behind like multiple walls. So that's very difficult for her to get a good dash on us. And I did that all the kite. Even when we didn't have any more hooks left. The whole time I was making sure that we either had a very thick wall where she could not easily dash on, or I had multiple layers of walls so that she could dash through one wall with like a window in it, but I'm behind like another wall, right? So that she just dealt with one window. She needs to deal with another window, right? And so even when she found me after I ran away on that first, was that really just one rescue? I guess we rebounded after one rescue and the servers were already done. But she dashed to us, and that's like we forced a dash. We had so much distance that she can't even use the dash anymore for a window vault, for a pallet vault, for a pallet drop. She had to use it just to catch up, and now that buys us guaranteed kite time, where now she's on a cooldown and she can't kill us as long as we can make it to powder window after that. And we barely made it because of the lag. We barely made it. We barely didn't make it the first time, and then we barely made it the second time. And holy crap. I'm not gonna lie, that pallet, I'm slowly realizing the value of that pallet. That's why I've been changing my route up a little bit at small bow. I've been utilizing that windmill boost at the window to go back to small bow. And then worst case scenario, if you don't have any more options left, if you don't have any more abilities, because that ability, the small bow ability is great if you don't have any more, if you have more abilities to work with, because it just combines so well with your abilities. You know, you got lots of windows, you got great pallets, you got the small bolt drop down, which is actually very bad against Geisha, so we didn't use it one time. And then when we had no options left, what is the best thing against Geisha at that point? You want to try to have a pallet, and the second thing, you want to have a pallet with like very weird walls around it, right? The logs pallets are fine, but they're like they're called logs because they're just straight line logs. It's very easy for you to get seen by Geisha, for her to go around the corner and just dash. It's not very difficult at all, right? But those hay bales are thick. They are not easy to go through, bro. And yeah, she definitely felt it. All right, guys, we're gonna do one more match here. It's not gonna be Survivor match. But man, that was a really fun Survivor session. Really frustrating me with the random pink spike. And thank God it went away before our next session. Because I know we weren't going to have time to restart the game before we get rescued. But man, that was great. That was great. The flare gun was great. Even though it's literally as simple as pressing the button. Know how to take advantage of the flare gun is such an underrated aspect of kites. No one ever talks about it. But a lot of people, you'll shoot the flare gun and people will think like, oh, I'm safe, let's just keep running, and they don't have a game plan. So like in an alternate universe, the coordinator saves someone else and they just run a straight line next to small bow. Straight line. So the Geisha just easily dashes on them and kills them after the flare gun runs out. I made sure to run to logs, but I'm not going to kite at logs. I'm just there for the boost. Why are we there for the boost? So we can get behind walls. Right? We could have gone behind logs and now vaulted, but that's just one window. We want to keep getting behind multiple windows. That's what the broken windows was for. So we didn't just go there for one wall. We're going there for multiple walls, and we keep putting more walls between Geisha and us, just stalling, because her win strategy, her win potential with Geisha, that's her strategy that Geisha tries to do, is she gets close to you, and then that's going to be like, it's essentially like a blink. Right? You got to think about it like a blink. You got to think about countering it like a blink. And if you have multiple walls or lots of distance, and also it's not in an area where she can see you that easily, where she can just easily dash to you without any obstacles obstructing her, then you're going to give her a really hard time. It's very similar to Percy in that way, but Percy, of course, has multiple dashes in his inventory. Geisha only has one dash every 9 seconds, so it kind of forces her to, like, wait a little bit with the dash. Oh, okay. Well, this might be the last match of Identity 5 today. I mean, it is going to be the last match. Yeah, servers are not doing too hot today. Did you just teleport? I know a guy spawns here. Wow, she just really teleported on the doctor. She She does have broken windows. Okay. Man. This is a rough spot. The vine is pretty bad here, too. Oh, wait, we got her. Never mind. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a very bad spot to heal. We're not gonna get too greedy. Let's just get the cipher done. Let's just get the chair started as soon as possible. This little girl's not decoding, and we have a little girl teamed up with the batters, so. That was actually a pretty good flywheel. Gotta hand it to her. Okay. Decently early rescue, not the earliest. Read her like a book. Great flywheel, but she doesn't have borrowed time. Keep that in mind. Okay, a little bit of lag again. Honestly, this might just be like a troll match here. The little girl's just babe, bro. I'm going for the doctor. And he's also giving an early rescue. They're going really hard for this. They could body block me in the wall. I gotta be careful of that. Okay. This guy done. We'll kill you. You're still stuck here. Slow pallet breaking, unfortunately. Very bad. Oh no, but... Oh yes! Yes! I'm so glad she used her ability right there. That was actually clutch. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little different here. Let's just pick up the batter at this point. We have a lot of people here. We're gonna bring the doctor back to us like this. I mean, with a window boost like that... No, I didn't mean to... Bro. Okay, free hit. Thank you. Free hit again. Thank you. Third hit. Thank you. If she heals herself one time, we can still vine her to death. Where are you hiding? I know you're hiding here. She's still not safe here, though. We could still vine her and then up. Well, the vine is too short. Okay. Well, we can do this then. Oh my gosh, she actually went for a flywheel? I thought she would flywheel, but maybe she wasn't up yet. I'll pick you up. Alright, got her. Someone's probably healing right now, right? I'm just not gonna pick up anyone. This way it forces both of them to heal. Because if I pick one of them up, and then I'm forced to jump, I'll pick one of them up once he's almost dead. No, but then they'll get a free rescue. But it'll still be a balloon hit. Okay. Okay. But yeah, this way it forces one of them to get picked up here at least. Okay, and they just turned. Well, that was an entertaining last match. Alright, guys. What was our record today, by the way? Oh, that was the last win. Not this Hunter match, but the last Survivor match against that Geisha through the European Geisha. She probably wasn't even from Europe. That was almost for sure the servers. I've had games before, though, where all 5 people are lagging. All 5 people are lagging. I've had games like that before. I've had a game where I was the first kite, and I loaded into the match with 800 ping, and there's nothing I can do about it. And then I get a heartbeat. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so screwed. And I see the Hunter, and the Hunter's lagging just as badly as I am. And it was the funniest thing ever. We won that match, thankfully, because it turns out... sure, one match. Okay, we'll do an extra bonus match. A bonus match. Yeah, but it turns out a lagging survivor beats out a lagging hunter. Who would have guessed? Yeah, but I've had that happen, I think, maybe 2 or 3 times when I've played Identity 5, and... Dog, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that Gisha was lagging. I don't think she was lagging. Maybe she was lagging whenever, like that, whatever was happening after the cipher popped and I wasn't ready for it. Whatever was happening. Yeah, sure. Okay, Miki's too late. Miki didn't get out of the match. Yeah, whatever was happening there, I feel like we should have died at Shaq. Since she swung and hit nothing. She might have been lagging there, honestly. Come on, dude. I responded to you 5 seconds. 5 seconds ago. Both me and Hunter are the same Hunter team? Both me and Psycho are the same Hunter team. Yeah, because I don't play Hunter. I mean, I do play Hunter. Playing Hunter is very important to becoming a very good survivor. I've played tons of Hunter. I mean, bro. Even though I've never hit a certain tier, the Hunter XP speaks for itself. What is that? 153,000 XP for Hunter, which is a little bit less than half my Survivor. So I've played Hunter half as much as Survivor, even though my highest has been Manticore. So I play a lot of Hunter. I've played a lot of Hunter Quick Match, mostly, of course. That's why my rank is not that high. But it's very important, because that way you get better at kiting the Hunters, because you've played the Hunters. You know their abilities, you understand the mechanics of it. You're just used to it, so when you know your opponent, you are better equipped when you go against your opponent. Put it that way. Miki got betrayed? Well, Miki shouldn't be in a match if he's asking me. Too late, someone else invited. You should learn Hunters, you hate kiting, yeah. Don't worry, I'm making a video about explaining the Hunters. Just the first part though, because there's way too many to put in one video. When is Final Blowout coming back? Man, I love Final Blowout. Final Blowout is great. And yeah, Peddler is very good. Who is this? Mama6? There used to be a top player in this game who's like one of the best survivors. And her name was Mama. It's been years since then. Years, bro. You shall wait patiently then. Yeah, that way you won't have to play the Hunter necessarily, especially if you're not a good Hunter. And you just struggle with any Hunter, no matter what Hunter it is. Hi, finally made it to stream after almost a year. Welcome, Heather. Welcome, my man. If you are a man. I don't know if you are a man. The picture, it suggests you might not be a man, but I don't know. Everyone be putting profile pictures of anything. I mean, bro, we got someone with an owl profile picture. Does that mean they're an owl? Maybe. I know some people learn Hunters. They have trouble kiting just so that they understand. That's exactly the idea. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's a very good thing to do. And especially if you're... Maybe you know what they do, but maybe you just get nervous when you go against the Hunter. A big part of your nervousness comes from just not being familiar with them. Something about you is not familiar with them, is the long story short. And just being in the shoes of the Hunter makes it a lot more familiar. Same way like you play your main. You play your main Hunter, and so when you go against your main Hunter, you're like, oh, I struggle so much in this area. Let's do this against them. And if anything, you might learn something new. Maybe that Hunter... Man, you should make so many noises. And maybe you'll learn something new. Maybe you'll be like, oh, wait, this area that I thought I can't do anything with my Hunter, this Hunter actually just counters me in. And maybe you'll learn something about your Hunter ability that way too. Of course, it's kind of a lot harder because you can't choose what Hunter you go against. That's why I recommend you. Also, was there a new button in the middle? I haven't played 2v in so long. Teammate talent. Oh, you can see their talent. Okay. Have you ever thought about making shorts for each Hunter, like how to kite? I will, but all those shorts would just lead to my main video. Because you cannot... listen, you can't put it in a 30-second to 1 minute video. You cannot explain something like that. If you're gonna do a good guide, at least that is not general, that you are really digging deep into everything, everything you need to know about a certain character, then you need to know the intricacies, and you gotta know, like, okay, of course, I'll give you a general idea at the start, right? There will always be a general explanation from the very beginning, but then it will slowly get more and more complex, where I'm gonna explain more and more things, like maybe like one-off areas that are actually harder than you may think, or like an example of what I'm talking about, and you'll learn that one example and you'll be better against that one example. But there's always something more to say. Nice, beautiful hair. There's always something more you can add on. Okay, where the hell did this guy go? Man, his tracks just disappeared. Oh my god, come on, bro. Was he really that fast? Okay, well, we got one guy to half health that quickly. We can get another guy to half health that quickly. That's why I don't stand pal against Hulabaloo. Don't do that. Ran out. I mean, this is not bad, but it is also pretty bad, not gonna lie. Because ciphers in 2v8 are unfairly quick. Oh, we missed the black. The guy missed the black on top of that. We could get... Oh! Oh, but it costs 10% more. Okay. This is a free chase. We're playing 2v8, so we don't actually need to. Nice double hit there. Okay. 14. Flywheel? Okay. Oh no, my Hellenberg teammate is struggling. Oh shoot. That's not good. I mean, he is playing Hellenberg, to be fair. Oh, I thought I put red on him first. I put black on him first. Oh, come on. Come on, bro. Why are you swinging backwards? Okay, well now if he drops his pallet, it's gonna break. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't like the new 2v8 change. I really don't like the new 2v8 change. That's bull. That is bull. Like, an item is way better than a random hunter pill. Because you get 3 of them. He has another elbow pad on top of that. This puppet's blocking my way. This is actually... That was BS. I just spent so much longer because he just bought an item mid-kite. How is that fair? And you get 3 of them, too. Or is it 2 now? I don't even know. Why is this guy following me? Alright, the puppets are actually so stupid in 2v8. I'm gonna try to pick this guy up before it's too late. That is BS. I wouldn't be surprised if the guy who shot me with the flare gun also just bought it. What is this, by the way? I have a buff here. Can I read my buff, please? It disappeared. I don't even know. Oh, it's back. Why does it keep disappearing? I can't read what it is. Oh, is that recovery pill? No, that's recovery pill, just the picture's different than if you click on it. The servers are almost for sure primed, so I'm not even gonna bother. Maybe we'll get like a double camp here. Man, but 2 people are coming to rescue because of addiction here. Okay, we're gonna want to do that. Red and black, we're gonna be going for that. Oh my god, it actually worked. Wait, who am I chasing right now? He needs white. I didn't even have time to check which cipher got popped through, so I don't even know where to teleport to. Oh, and he's running warp? He's running warp on Helen? Yeah, the problem with Hunters is that one pill is not really going to save you. As opposed to like 3 elbow pads, which is absolutely crazy. Thank God I found the guy that we've had on chair before. Definitely a big help. I'd love to buy a combustion pill right now, but we just don't even have the time. Yeah, I'm just gonna use these just to catch up. Cause someone is coming to rescue here. Let's just guarantee this guy. Because I know the Hellenber's chasing that guy. Well, we can teleport back if no one's coming. Wow, they didn't even get the gate open? No way. I need to target the ball. Okay, apparently I looked at it. Dude, that is cool. I did not look at that. There's so many people here. How am I supposed to deal with them all though? I need help! This guy needs white. Ah, I knew he had that. We can't go after that guy. No way, bro. Matador is so stupid. Oh. Man, we almost had him. I should have just gone after him right away. I didn't realize the tension was running out. So many things were going on at the same time. It's hard to tell like what color is going on what person when everyone's health icon is so small. We actually could have won that game. But yeah, people don't even die to detention. Very unfair aspect of 2v8 is that people don't die to detention. Detention should one-shot people. I don't even know why I was going after that. We weren't going to kill those people anyway. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe we were just getting a little bit unlucky. But it's so hard to track. Alright, that's going to be enough. Alright, GG. See ya. We should have won that game. It's alright. Just a 2v8 match. What happened with that novelist anyway? The novelist just disappeared, dude. Should have saved that match just to see what happened to the novelist. He probably got a broken windows boost. Man, but how were his footsteps hidden? Did I just not see them? He almost for sure like walked backwards. He almost for sure walked backwards into ship and then ran towards show and just YOLO'd it. But yeah, I hit him at the bottom. I hit him at the bottom. And then if he has broken windows, then he gets a boost from that too, or half of it at least. Yeah, it's 2v8 is so survivor side, and then that random guy I was chasing just randomly elbow padding when he never had that on his first Kai is so stupid. Those things are also way too cheap. All the abilities in 2v8 are way too cheap. Like, why am I paying 4,000 for a pill that barely helps me, and the survivors get a full football where that just slows down the chase by a good 30 seconds now? Maybe more if they took it to a good area and they're actually smart with it. Yeah, 2v8 is just reminding me how unfair it is. They didn't even change anything with the Cypher Deco. The Cypher Deco is still just as unfair. They buffed it years ago because 2v8 was like such a new game mode back then that people didn't even spend any time decoding. So they buffed it to make it more balanced. But then that just means that when people get tired of harassing and they actually just sit down and decode, it's unfairly quick. Like, for how much harder it is to get a third hit, it is not equivalent to the decode time you need on a Cypher. And yeah, now people can just buy items on the chair. Alright. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching today's stream. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to watch more streams just like this. I stream every Monday and Thursday from 20 to 22 EST time zone, or 8 to 10 if you don't speak military time zone. Guys, I will see you all later. Take care. Oh, wait. Make sure to like if you haven't. Like the stream. Subscribe if you're new around here. Check out my new video from 2 days ago. And also stay tuned for more videos just like the other ones that I posted on this channel. So thank you guys. I will see you later. Peace. This has been Seki. Peace out, everybody.